Hello, you're joining me today for something that's going to be as big a surprise to me as it is to you, courtesy of our very good friends at Everything Dinosaur. I did not expect this rather substantial parcel. As you can see, it is marked sample. So I'd like to say a great big thank you to Everything Dinosaur for giving me the opportunity to share these figures with the world. Now, it's quite a rounded figure, so that might be a bit of a clue as to what's contained within, and that is very exciting indeed. So without further ado, let's get in here and find out what it is. This looks like it could be quite tricky to get into. Now, Everything Dinosaur, of course, do international orders as well. So anywhere in the world, you can place an order with Everything Dinosaur. And what I'll also say is Everything Dinosaur produce a tremendous blog about all the latest scientific discoveries. It's very, very well written and helps to explain a lot of modern scientific papers in terms that anybody can understand, which is very, very helpful. Certainly for me, I find. They also have a YouTube channel of their own, which is considerably more professional than this one. So let's remove this figure, take a look and see what is contained within. This, as you can see, is written on the package here, Lysovitya 1:20 scale. So this is the brand new for 2020 collector Lysovitya figure. And this is one that a lot of us have been greatly anticipating. It looks like the flagship figure for collector this year. Now this genus has only just recently been discovered. Absolutely fabulous. And it's a Dicynodont, the largest Dicynodont known, somewhat in the region of the size of an African elephant. Totally unexpected. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Lysovitya bajani. What an absolutely sublime figure this is. Lovely coloration to it. Beautiful skin detail, as you can see, very elephantine. Tail on the end there. It's known from pretty good remains. Just gives you an idea of the size. Nobody had any inclination that Dicynodonts could get to the size that these things could. And when I saw the promotional images for this figure, I was very excited indeed. Massive thank you again to Everything Dinosaur for giving me this opportunity and sending me this absolutely stunning figure, which, as you can see, is beautifully detailed and painted. A typical lovely glossy black eye of collector, which leaves a lot to the imagination and actually makes the figures look more alive. An articulated jaw, which is actually really well done. I was a little bit concerned that the articulated jaw might detract from the figure at all, but it doesn't. Really, really appreciate the coloration they've chosen, and the patterning they've chosen for this figure is very nicely done. Very, very even sculpt. It's not a dynamic pose, it's a rather gentle and languid pose. With an animal this size, it probably wouldn't be doing much very dynamic, so a majestic and graceful pose is more appropriate. As you can see, the detail is appropriate to the scale of this figure, which I like to see, because quite frequently, you know, the tendency for dinosaur figures is for them to be over-detailed. No, this isn't a dinosaur, this is a rhynchosaur. Dicynodont, sorry, a rhynchosaur. Shows you how much I know. Luckily, for those of us who don't know very much, and that is me in quite a lot of cases these days, Everything Dinosaur produce an information leaflet to accompany every single figure. As you can see, they've also provided a beautiful, very, very charming compliment slip with this figure. And all the information about Lysovitya bajani that you could ever wish to know. So, it's lovely to see a Triassic animal getting so much exposure. An early Triassic, obviously these predated the dinosaurs. And I do feel that there needs to be more figures from that era, especially these mammal-like reptiles. A little bit of information on the underside there. And the typical collector bottom. So I hope you've enjoyed having a very quick look at this figure with me. It's absolutely outstanding. A definite must for anybody who's into the prehistory. Like I say, please go ahead and check out Everything Dinosaur's other media. They're available on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also write a very comprehensive blog, and nobody is more dedicated to ensuring dinosaur education and also fairness and efficiency in their business practices. They're a great team. They're pretty much the only place I'd buy my dinosaurs from, unless there's something really obscure I can't get from anywhere else. And I'd like to say a great big thank you once again, and all the very best. Stay safe.